An anthology about the bad, the short-lived, and the forgotten shows and events in television history. This is It Was a Thing on TV.
Punisher! Control!
Harry, before I change my mind!
I give you Super Train.
Episode 499. Submission number 1304. The 30th anniversary of The Big Switch. The Big Switch is a series of broadcast television realignments that occurred between 1994 and 1996. Imagine, if you would, 1993. Television was doing its thing. It was being all television-y. Saved by the Bell went off the air. A Different World went off the air. Power Rangers went on the air.
The Nanny went on the air.
People who were fans of 90210 were being welcomed to a saucy little complex called Melrose Place.
Woo!
If you were big on broadcasting, something was happening behind the scenes of the National Football League. Fox was making a play for the NFC package. Greg, Mike, you would probably know more about this than I would. Before the 1993 bidding, NBC, ABC, CBS, and TNT had all of the rights to the NFL.
And ESPN, because remember, TNT and ESPN had that weird deal where TNT had the Sunday night package for the first half, and ESPN had the package for the second half of the year on Sunday nights.
Meanwhile, CBS had the NFC, NBC had the AFC, and of course, ABC had Monday Night Football. But in December of 1993, the NFL, after a fierce round of bidding, awarded the NFC to Fox. Up until this point, Fox had a concept of a plan of how they were going to cover sports. Mike saw what I did there.
And Mike didn't like what you did there. That's why I'm hiding my face in shame.
Mike's hiding his head in shame because he'd have to hear Gus Johnson refer to Jenny Taft as the All-American Girl on Fox.
Both of you just continue.
The NFL awards the NFC to Fox and awards the AFC to NBC and awards Sunday night and Monday night to TNT, ABC, and ESPN, and CBS gets nothing.
Nothing! Absolutely nothing!
That alliance between Fox and the NFL started what was basically the biggest shakeup in all of broadcast television, which saw Fox snatching up stations from other broadcast groups, and also CBS snatching stations from other broadcast groups. And the end result is absolute chaos affecting 12 cities. They are the markets of Dallas, Fort Worth, Phoenix, Austin, St. Louis, Atlanta, Birmingham, Kansas City, Greensboro, Milwaukee, Detroit, Cleveland, and Tampa. In addition, repercussions were felt as far as Philadelphia, Baltimore, and Miami.
Now, Mike, I have a question. How in the world was Cleveland involved in this? Because as we all know, the Browns are an AFC team. So how did they get involved in this mess?
I think that WJW, the former CBS, now Fox affiliate, I think they really wanted the football contract. Plus also the powers that be at WJW, I think they saw the possibilities with Fox having Melrose Place, and 90210 and Married with Children, and they saw that as an up and coming network. I don't want to say it was like bandwagon jumping, but I'm going to say that they were jumping onto the Fox bandwagon because they got football and they've got these up and coming shows that are popular among younger viewers. Plus, also, I do believe that one of the big ownership groups that was involved in the big switch was New World Television, and that would have been WJW's owner at that time.
I was just about to get to that because in May 23rd, 1994, about 5 months after the Fox NFL deal, Fox purchased a 20% stake in New World Communications, which has stations in the 12 markets that I just mentioned. It was seen as a $500 million investment, and it contained a group-wide multi-year affiliation agreement that would have the majority of those stations owned by or in the process of being acquired by New World switch network affiliations to Fox after existing contracts expired per station. For example, KDFW in Dallas, KSAZ Phoenix, KTBC Austin, WAGA Atlanta, WITI Milwaukee, WJBK Detroit, WJW Cleveland, and WTVT Tampa were all CBS affiliates. Once their agreement ended, they would switch over to Fox, and CBS would have to find other affiliates in those areas. Same with ABC for KTVI St. Louis, WBRC Birmingham, and WGHP Greensboro, Winston-Salem. And the sole NBC station in the group, WDAF Kansas City. Calling the agreement the largest network affiliation realignment in television history, Rupert Murdoch, the owner of Fox, said it would forever change the competitive landscape of network television. In the process, several stations were divested by New World. They were sold to station groups, networks, other station groups going independent. It was just all over the place. In total, those 12 New World owned stations were affected by the Fox affiliation pact, 8 of which were long tenured CBS affiliates. We talked about those. And the majority of these stations were also located in markets with, this is important, established teams in the NFC, which served as a significant factor for New World, along with Fox's programming lineup being largely limited to primetime, enabling the stations to sell more local advertising. We have a whole lot of stations abandoning their previous networks and aligning with Fox. This led Scripps Howard Broadcasting to align in a similar deal with ABC for stations affecting Cleveland, Detroit, Phoenix, Baltimore, and Tampa. WEWS and WXYZ in Cleveland and Detroit, respectively, would stay with ABC, while KNXV Phoenix and WFTS Tampa would go from Fox to ABC, and WMAR in Baltimore would go from NBC to ABC. That occurred a month after the Fox New World deal in June 15th, 1994. Scripps' other former Fox affiliate, KHHB, replaced WDAF as Kansas City's NBC affiliate, which was tied to contract renewals for KJRH in Tulsa and WPTV in West Palm Beach. Stripped of the ABC affiliate and failing to land CBS, KTVK Phoenix spent the next few months rebuilding itself into a news-inclusive independent. Now, fast forward a month later, where we have CBS making a deal with Westinghouse, which would affect stations in Pittsburgh, San Francisco, Boston, Baltimore, and Philadelphia. KDKA and KPIX, already CBS affiliates, would become, in essence, CBS owned and operated stations. WBZ in Boston, an NBC station, would become a CBS station, with NBC going to WHDH7, but it wouldn't last. That's another episode. WJZ in Baltimore would swap with WMAR. WJZ would become CBS, WMAR would become ABC. And then you have the strange case of Philadelphia.
Yes, because here's a situation here. When Westinghouse bought CBS, they already owned KYW Channel 3, which was the NBC station in Philadelphia. So what happened was NBC traded with CBS. So NBC would get Channel 10 from CBS, and that would become an NBC station, while Channel 3 KYW would become a CBS station from NBC.
And with that came stations in Denver, Salt Lake City, and this is where Miami comes in, the transmitter for Channel 4.
Yeah, this was weird. So essentially, the CBS and NBC stations in Miami switched channel positions and transmitters as a result of this deal in Philadelphia.
Yeah, because before Channel 6 was a CBS affiliate, it was a Fox affiliate. Because of another alignment, Fox moved to Channel 7 in Florida, while CBS bought out Channel 6. But here's the problem, though. 4, 7, and 10 in South Florida were close to the Miami-Dade Broward County line, which enabled stronger signals for all of those stations. Whereas Channel 6 was all the way down in Homestead, near the extreme southern tip of Florida, and it could not be changed, and the power could not be boosted. So Channel 6's transmitter for its CBS station was stuck there. Because of the big switch, Channel 6, CBS, got the Channel 4 transmitter site, which boosted its signal through all of South Florida. Whereas NBC was stuck, at least for the time being, with the Homestead site. And that's how Denver and Miami got sort of kind of in there. Because Denver would switch its ABC station, KUSA, to NBC. It would switch its NBC station, KCNC, to CBS, and its CBS station, KMGH, would become an ABC station.
So this is the final result of all these switches, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So now let's watch some videos of local stations trying to explain this to viewers. So the first video, and I've queued this up, is from KCNC, which did like a big 30-minute piece about the big switch in Denver. Now, obviously, we're not going to play the whole video, so I just chose this one segment from it.
And truth be told, this segment does a lot better job of explaining the situation than I could.
Bob, you can sum that question up in just one word.
Why are they doing this?
I don't understand. You guys get 4, we get 7, somebody else take 9. Why? I mean, let's something musical stations. What's the point?
He's absolutely right. It does seem a little bit like musical chairs.
Now, I'm going to interrupt this because you can't see this because this is audio. But what did they do to describe the switch?
It's like a big game of musical chairs. So they're literally playing musical chairs.
And they have like 3 kids switching around the chairs.
Except when this game of musical stations has ended, there are enough chairs for everyone. NBC will come to rest on Channel 9. CBS will come to rest on Channel 4, and ABC will come to rest on Channel 7. But why change it all? To answer that question, it's important to understand the history of how TV networks get viewers.
This is NBC.
Throughout the country, networks like NBC form partnerships with local stations like KCNC-TV to carry the network programming.
I'm sorry.
ER, for example. Most of those partnerships had been in place unchanged for decades until last summer.
My heart is breaking.
Then Fox cut a deal, turning 12 local stations across the country into Fox stations, carrying Fox programming. Why were those stations so anxious to jump to Fox? Because Fox had taken NFC football away from CBS. Many of those stations were in major NFC football cities. Fox took all those stations away from their long-standing partnerships with ABC, NBC, and CBS. Those three networks scrambled to replace their lost stations so they could have new outlets for their programming. That set off a domino effect in all those cities. A domino effect because every time a local station cut a deal with the new network, another network was left deserted and on the hunt for a new affiliate.
3 is ABC. 3 is ABC, but it's going to be 10, CBS being Fox, and it's now 5. Yeah, well, see, it is a little confusing.
This is the city where the domino effect hit hardest. Phoenix. News 4's Mike Fearberg does the play-by-play.
The station that was CBS was bought by a company partly owned by Fox, so CBS defected to an independent station, leaving the first one without any network for a while. ABC cut a deal to move to the station that's now Fox. Some of the ABC programs have moved already, some have not. But the station that used to be CBS will wind up being Fox. The one that used to be ABC will wind up without network programs. The one that used to be NBC doesn't change at all.
In this market, it's like they've dropped an atom bomb. All the viewer patterns will be shattered. 4 of the 5 affiliates, or 4 of the 5 stations are changing affiliation.
Talk about the big switch. And that's exactly what viewers were talking about in Phoenix.
I don't know. I can never find the channels I want anymore. It's 15, I think.
No, I haven't a clue.
So let's jump now from Phoenix to Denver and ask that one-word question, why? Why did the networks end up changing affiliation here in Denver? Well, we're going through the big switch here because of a game of musical stations that happened 1,500 miles from here in Philadelphia. You see, after Fox expanded, new TV partnerships sprang up around the country. One of those new partnerships was a joint venture between CBS and Group W, the broadcasting division of Westinghouse. As a result, 3 Group W stations in Boston, Baltimore, and Philadelphia would now broadcast CBS programs. But that new partnership created musical stations in Philadelphia. There, CBS already owned a station airing CBS programs, and Group W already owned a station which would soon switch to CBS programs. So that would mean that in Philadelphia there would potentially be 2 stations airing CBS programs, 1 station airing ABC shows, and no station carrying NBC. To make sure that it didn't lose millions of viewers in Philly, NBC offered to buy CBS's station there. But CBS said, for tax reasons, we prefer to trade. We'll give you 1 Philadelphia station, yes, but in exchange, we want your NBC station, KCNC-TV in Denver, your NBC station in Salt Lake City, and some of your NBC equipment in Miami. NBC didn't want to give up KCNC, its station in Denver, and KCNC was not shopping for a new network. But NBC really didn't have much of a choice. The network absolutely had to make sure people in a major city like Philadelphia would be able to see NBC programming. So they traded 2 NBC-owned stations and some NBC property for 1 station in Philly. When it became clear that KCNC-TV would change, the other networks took another look at Denver and switched their affiliations here. Hence, musical stations for Colorado viewers.
I understand it's a nationwide thing. It's just not in Colorado.
She's absolutely right. When the dust settled, some 72 stations in 34 cities changed affiliation.
Did everybody get all that?
Please don't tell me there's going to be a quiz on this.
I just need to say, when they showed the diagram of all the stations in Phoenix that switched, I would have been like, if I lived there, like so confused.
And I thought just 2 stations switching affiliates here was bad. Not bad, but confusing, let me say.
Now, I should also note that in the playlist, because we're going to have the whole playlist of videos on the YouTube channel. So I got another clip related to this. This is from KUSA in Denver on Channel 9, explaining the switch. And it includes kind of somebody who was indirectly responsible for all these affiliation switches, Denver Broncos owner Pat Bowlen, who was involved in the NFL's television committee at the time, which, of course, would have set in motion all this game of musical chairs.
It's time to Michael Westbrook. He's got a lot of room.
Here's where it all started with the National Football League. A couple of years ago, the Fox network won the rights to broadcast NFC games. And the guy who was right in the middle of that decision was none other than Denver Broncos owner Pat Bowlen. He's the chairman of the NFL Broadcast Committee.
When Fox did get the NFL product, when they got the NFC, which is the biggest part, they became a very credible player in over-the-air television. And so they, at that stage, they had to get bigger and better stations involved with Fox so that they, when they put this product out in the market, everybody could get it.
So here's what happened. The Fox network began buying stations that already had other networks like NBC, ABC, and CBS. That means those networks had to find new stations. Denver is not the only market making the switch. It's happened in dozens of cities across the country. Millions of viewers have been through the confusion, so you're not alone.
We knew what Fox was going to try to do, but to the extent that they did it, I don't think any of us realized that. And they really turned the television industry upside down.
Which means you will have to change some habits. You're going to have to rely heavily on the TV Guide to find your favorite shows until that becomes habit. Even the guy who's partly responsible for the switch has to change. But Pat Bowlen knows where his favorite show is.
All I know is where to find the Broncos. They'll be on Channel 9.
That's right, because KUSA is the station designated as the home of the Broncos.
Being an AFC market.
We did mention Miami because they had a switch of their own. NBC was getting the Channel 6 transmitter. CBS was getting the Channel 4 transmitter.
You're watching WFOR TV for South Florida.
South Florida.
I'm for South Florida.
I'm for a 100% chance of sunny smiles.
I'm for acting your age.
No way!
I'm for news that informs and inspires.
I'm for stone crabs and mustard sauce.
I'm for good hair days, especially in the summer.
Tell me something I don't know.
I'm hypnotized and naked.
I'm for covering issues that touch our lives.
I'm for South Florida.
I'm for South Florida.
It's what I live for.
Or
For the best there is.
That's how it happened over on Channel 4. I mean, they just literally swapped it over, and they aired that piece with the Wild Letterman sighting.
This is what happened on Channel 6 as it went from CBS to NBC.
You're watching
Yep, there it is.
The folks at NBC6 did have a band to celebrate.
NBC6 off the air on that channel just for a few more days.
But we will have that all worked out. Check channel 58 for a better picture so you can see us until then, and we look forward to it.
Absolutely.
All right, we send you now to entertainment this week, our first new program here on the new NBC6, and we'll also send it over to Dave Damien. David, take us out.
Thanks, Willard. Here you go.
Yeah. Good. Thanks, Tommy. Cut it off. That was sort of
best daughter on the ground. See how her hair swims, see how she gets around. Your best daughter.
I will say I do like the fact that they, before they played the song, played the NBC chimes.
Well, that was a great touch.
Let's swing it over to how things swapped over in Mike's side of the world.
Well, let me just say in the playlist, we do have a video explaining the switch from WJW to Fox. But considering we've had like many videos explaining the switch so far, it's like that's kind of redundant. So we'll just go ahead to Fox coming to WJW.
I don't remember anything in terms of WOIO moving to CBS. I remember WJW was big on going to Fox, but I just don't remember the other way around.
Hey, we got a tail end of the Worldwide Pants for Letterman going into the switch.
You mean Bart Simpson's coming to TVA? Maro's placing 90210. Now on TVA. Cool.
So this means they have football back, right? With Martin and Levensiegel, TVA is happening now. I don't care what they have on, as long as they still have my Wilma.
Now my favorite show's on my parents' favorite station.
TVA is still the one.
TVA is still the one.
TVA has football, baby!
I said earlier, WJW switching to Fox, one of the big reasons they did it is because of football.
And you could see the kids were very excited by this move.
I think the kids were more excited for, again, Melrose Place and 90210 than anything else. I don't think they're terribly big into football. I could be wrong.
And Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first kid in that was talking about Bart Simpson, yes.
Although, Mike, I'm sure a lot of kids in Cleveland in 1994 were very excited about Vinny Testaverde.
Well, but remember, Fox airs the NFC games. How many times would the Browns be on Fox? Maybe 3 or 4? I mean, I can tell you, based on what I used to do 30 years ago when I used to go to the hotels and get autographs and stuff, I don't remember the Fox people being there that often. One that you would appreciate, Greg, that I got back, again, 30 years ago, when Jerry Glenville was in the booth. I got him on a couple of cards, and that's like one of the best like personalities in football history. I'm sure we've talked about him in the past in terms of just how friggin' amazing he is and how he always leaves tickets for Elvis at the different arenas and stadiums.
You know who his broadcast partner was at the time on Fox?
Actually, it might be somebody whose card I have somewhere in one of my autograph binders, but go for it.
Kevin Harlan was his partner at Fox.
Oh.
Yeah, because he would have gone to CBS when they got the AFC package from NBC in 98. So he went from Fox to CBS when they got the NFL back. And he's been there ever since.
So we've heard the ad for WJW going to Fox. Let's go in the opposite direction now. Let's listen to WOIO's transition to CBS.
I am ready.
Great, because 19 is about to become your CBS station.
I am here.
Not yet, but soon.
I am wondering where all my furniture is.
Hey, we're moving it to 19, Jay.
I am thinking of a number.
That's right, 19.
I am a real homebody.
Welcome to your new digs, Angela.
This is CBS.
This is CBS.
This is CBS.
Stay tuned. It will be.
Now, one thing I want to mention, and I was looking for this earlier, and this is not on YouTube. I remember Murphy Brown around this time, and actually Murphy Brown, Candace Bergen was the first person you heard in that ad. I remember Murphy Brown on her show welcoming all the different new affiliates to CBS. She said, well, hey, Milwaukee, we're on blankety blank channel. And this is on Murphy Brown itself. This wasn't an ad. And she just went through the entire list of new CBS affiliates. Hey, Cleveland, welcome to CBS, blah, 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 blah. I wish I could find that because I remember that vividly from like 30, 31 years ago.
We're going to Detroit now, where CBS is moving to WGPR, the first Black-owned station in the country. Fox is moving to WJBK, And right outside of the switch from Channel 62 to CBS, we have credits for, and I did some research, and apparently this was a big thing in Detroit. They had their own local dance show. It was called The New Dance Show, and it spotlighted all the new trends in dance, hip hop, techno, all of that stuff.
Wait, what happened to the old dance show, Chico?
I knew you were going to ask that question. I don't know.
So this station's owner saying, I'm going to have my own American Bandstand with blackjack and hookers. This is kind of like the Detroit version of Shake It Up, except there's no Zendaya or Bella Thorne.
Well, we talked about this before the show. It isn't really American Bandstand more than it is like the local version of Soul Train.
Oh, yeah. The Soul Train.
And it sort of makes sense given Detroit is Motown, and that's basically the hub of where all this music came from.
I got the video muted, so I'm playing the video for you guys right now because I don't want to get a copyright strike on the YouTubes. But we are watching the final moments right here while this dance show is going on. Chico, do you want to describe the dancing going on?
It is club dancing with a bunch of dancers just doing their thing. You know, they're just making it, doing it do. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm very excited for the credits on the new dance show. So, Chico, go ahead.
Producer, editing director, Henry Tyler, editing assistant, Lorenzo Cox. It's still, keep it going. Keep it going.
I can't because Lorenzo Cox.
Ain't nothing. Hey, it's only dirty if you are. Keep it going. Producer director Nat Morris.
Wait, hold on. Time out. Nat Morris, is he any relation to Jack Morris?
No, and he's not the guy from Boyz II Men, by the way.
Is he in relation to Zach Morris?
Dance coordinator Capril. That's her name.
That's her government name.
That's her legal government Christian name. Camera operators Lorenzo Cox, Harry Cersei, and Tahuti Dawson.
Wait, Lorenzo Cox again. He gets busy on this show.
Yeah, not as busy as the dancers. Anyway, public relations director Deborah A. Culp, video wall graphics Christopher Downs, floor director Willie Cool, production crew Toya Oglesby and Brian Parks, sound engineer R.J. Watkins Jr., art director Melvin L. Walker, grips Harold Cersei II, Norman Cersei, father and son, brothers, I don't know.
Keeping it all in the family.
Meanwhile, we have this girl on a pole right here. He's probably doing some moves on this pole.
Given it's Detroit, I don't want to know what moves she's doing, but okay.
Set engineer Jake Jarvella. Prop design and lighting George Hutcherson. DJ Jesse the Body.
Well, he needed to do something before he became governor of Minnesota. Why wasn't this in the Jesse Ventura story?
Guest DJ. Oh, Jesus. Guest DJ Touche and Leon Purse. Skyline design Marcus Glenn and Stuart Bailey. Makeup hairstylist by Miss Mercedes.
Oh, hold on. We got the people to blame for this. R.J. Watkins and Henry Tyler, this is your fault we're watching this.
Wait, hold on. R.J. Watkins again? Stop, my man!
They just did the theme song. R.J. Watkins hair design by Renee's Hair Designs. 10932 Grand River, Detroit, Michigan, 48206. R.J. Watkins wardrobe, The Broadway. Special thanks to Larry Wash. Office manager Richard Green, assistant Stashy Kennedy and Woody Easter. I'm sure that they're their legal government names. Special thanks to President and General Manager George Matthews and the management and staff of WGPR. The New Dance Show, syndicated by Main Street and Access America Television Network. The New Dance Show is taped at Key Watt TV Studios, 15851 Woodard Avenue, Highland Park, Michigan, 48203. 313 2
111 1112 111 122 111 1132. Damn.
The executive producer and director.
Wait. Let people guess who this executive producer and director is, given all the credits they've heard previously.
Wait, is it Lorenzo Cox?
The executive producer and director of the new dance show is. Y'all, I'm trying to say this with a straight face here, guys. The executive producer. I am a professional.
A professional.
The executive producer and director of the new dance show is Mr. R.J. Watkins.
Only thing he didn't do on this show is freaking cater it.
Get out of my head, Mike. God.
Oh my God, I love this one hairdo this guy has.
Well, I'm looking at the clothing, the lime green outfits and his sort of like fuchsia colored shirt. This does like scream early 90s.
Why is this woman wearing a sailor hat?
Because it matches her outfit, duh.
Yug. She's Popeye and Shore Leave. Yug.
Ooh. Oh, I like the moves this lady has. Meanwhile,
and then they just put the logo for the TV station up in the middle of Greg ogling her.
Now, hold on a second. Now, this rainbow here, if you've ever seen the Cowdoor logo, the old Cowdoor logo from back in the day, this is similar to that, except it's not brown and doesn't look like diarrhea. Okay, I'm safe from copyright, so let's play it here.
What's CBS this morning?
Some TV show. It's supposed to be good.
Are you going to watch it?
I'm not gonna watch it. You watch it.
I'm not going to watch it.
Hey, let's get Marcy. Yeah, she won't like it. She hates everything. She likes it. Hey, Marcy.
CBS This Morning. Breakfast for your head.
I liked for that ad from CBS This Morning, they parodied the fucking Mikey commercial.
We have another promo.
It's the dawning of a new age in television. An event of epic magnitude. Because this December 11th, CBS goes where no network has gone before. With all these stars and all these shows, it can only be called big. CBS is bigger than ever on Detroit 62.
Well, the big question is, after the affiliate change, do they still have the new dance show on? I have an answer, believe it or not.
Oh, are we going to find out what happened to Lorenzo Cox?
Well, we'll find out what happened to the new dance show. So it did start in 1988, and it did run through 1996. However, I wonder if this is because of the affiliate change. In 1994, it went from TV 62, as we heard earlier, to W68CH, a low-power Class A television station. Boy, that's sort of like being demoted from the major leagues going all the way down to like A-ball. You go from a big affiliate to a Class A television station, low power at that.
Considering that CBS itself got demoted from a high-powered VHF to a low-powered UHF.
It's been gone for almost 30 years. Oh, but there is a channel on YouTube. The new dance show was technically a spinoff of The Scene with Nat Morris, recorded in Detroit, Michigan. R.J. Watkins, there he is. R.J. Watkins was the director of The Scene, and after it ended in 1987, R.J. created his own dance show, which aired from November 1988 to May 1996. There's 48 videos on here. Let me see what they got. Well, they're all shorts. They're not... I don't see any videos. I hate that. I hate when it's all shorts. I want to see actual friggin' videos.
Well, shorts is how you make that YouTube money.
Well, I don't care. I don't want to see shorts. I want to see lengthy videos. Yeah. Oh, these are all videos of the different dancers. Okay. They have all the names sort of underneath their images here. So, here's Willie Cool. Willie Cool's got a video here. R.J. Watkins has one. Unique, Alicia, Capril, These are all people who we've actually probably talked about in the last like 10 minutes about this dance show. Oh, Trixie, R.I.P. Wendy, R.I.P. Oh, Pam, R.I.P.
Well, that got
Jeez. It is very dark. JB, R.I.P.
There must be a curse on the new dance party.
Bam, R.I.P. Damn, she's a pretty cute looking Bam. Ooh, Shake and Bake. There's a dancer named Shake and Bake on here. I think this is the token white guy. Let me take a look.
So he's the Jim Carrey of the new dance party.
No, it'd be 1996, so he would be John B.
Well, again, it's from 88 to 96, so it could be, Jim Carrey. Yeah, I think that's the token white guy. And also, the last one listed is Ms. Energy.
Ms. Energy?
Yeah, I want to see what Ms. Energy brings to the show.
The name, Mike.
But I gotta see what type of energy. Is it kinetic energy? Is it potential energy? Is it nuclear? Holy crap, she's got moves.
Does that answer your question?
Holy shit, I need a fan. No, dude, I'm seriously saying this to you guys. This is friggin' energy. Look at her. She's like winding up. She looks like friggin' Jack Morris ready to throw a pitch. And then she's shaking her butt. Oh my gosh. No, you guys, you need to see this, and you need to see this right now. It's in the chat. Go now.
Let me take a look at Miss Energy's energy.
I'm sorry we had to interrupt this talk about the serious affiliation switches from 1994-95 talking about Miss Energy.
Oh my God!
Was I lying? Look at that. She shakes her and then, like, she's like winding up her arm like she's ready to throw a fastball.
She got some energy on her. You can't teach that.
No, you're only born with that.
Oh my God.
Greg, are you okay? Have you seen this?
Oh God, I think I broke my neck on that.
Oh my God, we're one episode away from 500, and this is, I can't believe I'm 1-800-235-10 before the 500th episode.
And all it took was Ms. Energy.
Okay, what were we talking about?
We're talking about Ms. Energy and how she brought it.
I'm so traumatized by Miss Energy's wind up that I forgot to talk about WJVK switching to Fox. So, okay, let's play it right here for you.
In a TV2, we'll be carrying Fox's national favorites like Melrose Place and NFL football, plus more news, and some syndicated favorites like Donahue and Real Stories of the Highway Patrol. No, there is no change on your dial. We are Channel 2, and if you have cable, your cable number stays the same, period. While we will no longer carry CBS programs, TV2 will expand local news, including a 10 p.m. rather than an 11 p.m. newscast. And you'll see all of the same local news, weather, and sports faces you've come to know. Yes, you'll have all of TV2 and the best of Fox. We think this change is a positive one for our many local viewers. We hope you do too. I'm Steve Antonetti. Write and tell us what you think, yes, at the same address you've always used, or call our special viewer hotline at 810-557-6013 for more information.
Everybody, have you heard the news? Felt the rumble? Read the reviews? Like surprises? We got a few. Are you ready for a new attitude?
Stand by for action. Time for a switch. No hoops to go through. Just make it easy with the new attitude. Don't flip the channel. Don't change what you do. Get ready to party with the new attitude.
Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Won't change the program, won't change the tune, won't take anything away from you. We just got better at what we do. The major difference, a new attitude. New attitude. Hey, here we go.
Time for a switch. No hoops to go through. Just make it easy with the new
see Grant Hill in there.
Yes, you did.
And also, I thought I saw maybe like Red Wings hockey players.
Maybe Sergei Fedorov was in there, I think.
It looked like somebody in a hockey jersey. It didn't look like Red Wings jersey. Well, maybe they didn't want to promote it as Red Wings, logos and stuff and pay money. Surprised there are no baseball players there. They could have had like a Bobby Higginson in there.
No, wait, it would have been Cecil Fielder in 94. But wait, they would have been on strike by then.
That's why they didn't have any baseball players.
Well, they had time on their hands. And again, if you're in regular civilian clothing, would you be able to tell that they were baseball players? Well, yeah, I mean, Cecil Fielder, 6'3" and probably 240, 250 pounds. Yeah, you could easily identify him. And actually, Bobby Higginson didn't start till 95, so there goes that idea. But yeah, I mean, you could have had just baseball players in regular clothing.
Barry Sanders. You could add Barry Sanders or Herman Moore.
No, that's too expensive. I think Grant Hill, this would have been, I believe, just after his first season in the NBA, so he probably wasn't terribly expensive at that point.
Rookie season Grant Hill.
Yeah. Now we're going to travel down to my neck of the woods. Got a couple of videos explaining the Switch, not here, but 2 hours from here in Greensboro, Winston-Salem, High Point. The first one is from WGHP, which used to be an ABC station. They swapped over to Fox, and this guy is trying to explain it in under a minute.
Beginning September 3rd.
There's a new time when you can watch your local news.
The 10 o'clock news.
News from our entire region.
News at a brand new time.
A time that's more convenient for your busy lifestyle.
The 10 o'clock news.
News and weather when you actually have the time to watch.
The 10 o'clock news. Only on the Piedmont News Channel.
It is about time. You missed a spot right there, Roy.
We're getting ready because we're adding another hour to the morning news. Beginning September 4th, we're on till 8. That means more news coverage with Kim Jenkins, more weather coverage from me, more sports. This is Jay Shirley. He'll be joining us in the morning. Beginning September 4th, catch us from 6 to 8 a.m. We'll be looking for you.
Now, wait a second. Jay Sherman was doing sports there? When did he go from being a TV critic to being a sportscaster?
Didn't he have a degree in film? So we talked about the switch from WGHP from ABC to Fox. Now the other Fox affiliate, that would be WNRW, now WXLV, is going to switch from Fox to ABC. Bit of a complex situation. 45 and 48 in the Greensboro market operated as one giant Fox affiliate. Shortly before the switch, they split it up with WXLV taking ABC and WGGT 48 taking UPN. But this is how it looked on the new ABC 45.
This is television station WXLV TV, channel 45, beginning another broadcast day. WXLV TV is owned and operated by Act 3 Broadcasting Incorporated, a division of Act 3 Communications. WXLV TV 45 is an ABC television affiliate, as well as a secondary affiliate of the United Paramount Network. Our studios are located at 3500 Meyerly Drive in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, 27101. And our transmission facility is located on top of Sourtown Mountain at the end of County Road 1172 in Stokes County, North Carolina. Utilizing studio-to-transmitter link WGZ 552 and auxiliary control KPM 528. WXLV TV operates on an assigned frequency of 657.25 megahertz visual and 661.75 megahertz oral, with an effective radiated power of 500,000 watts oral and 5 million watts visual. WXLV TV is an equal opportunity employer, and we invite our viewers to send us letters concerning our operation and programming. We invite you to join us for another day of fine programming on your Piedmont ABC station, WXLV TV, serving Winston-Salem, Greensboro, High Point, and Burlington. ABC, WXLV, Channel 45.
Good morning. I'm Danita Todd, Vice President and General Manager. Today is the most exciting day in the history of our station. Today we become your home for all your favorite ABC television network shows. In addition, later this evening, you'll see the premiere of News 45. Even our name is new. We're excited about being a part of the great ABC network, and we look forward to serving you in the years ahead. Now, welcome to the new Channel 45.
WXLV, ABC for the Piedmont.
Then they were bought out by Sinclair, and things took a turn. Next is how the station switch played out in Evansville, Indiana, courtesy of WTVW, which was switching from ABC to Fox.
Well, as we told you last night, the network shuffle sure is on.
That's right. The new owners of Channel 7 have decided to hook up with the Fox network, and that move has forced some other local stations to go in search of new network partners.
Late Thursday, Petrocom Incorporated, that's the company buying Channel 7, filed the necessary documents with the FCC for approval to buy the station. And Petrocom announced its intentions to make Channel 7 the local affiliate of the Fox network. This network change will mean some big changes for the market and for WTVW.
I've talked to the principals of Petrocom, and they have indicated to me that the one thing that we can see is a lot more news programming. I think that we'll be adding news hours on a weekly basis. We will be adding personnel in our news staff, resources, the equipment that's necessary to go out and do more news stories.
The move of WTVW from ABC to Fox may be surprising, but there are good reasons behind it.
This entire affiliation change that you see taking place here in Evansville television right now is all precipitated by Petrocom and their decision to go with the Fox network.
As a result of these changes, sometime next fall, here is the likely look of the local television lineup. Channel 7 moves from ABC to Fox. WEHT, Channel 25, and ABC have decided to affiliate. The current Fox affiliate, WEVV, Channel 44, will probably end up with CBS as its network. WFIE will not change. It will continue as the NBC affiliate.
And something else which will not change is the local programming here on WTVW, including our Eyewitness News programs each day.
So now our next clip is going to be from WNDU about the affiliation switches from WSJV going to Fox and WNBD going to ABC. We're going to play a piece here, and one of the people that's going to be narrating this aforementioned news clip is somebody who you might know today, and that is Tom Rinaldi, formerly of ESPN and now of Fox Sports.
And now you know where to find ABC programming, but some people are having problems getting it in their homes.
Yeah, and just who is WBND and who is able to receive it? Tom Rinaldi joins us now live with some answers. Thomas.
Well, Terry, whether it be here in downtown Elkhart or elsewhere in Michiana, when folks woke up this morning looking for their favorite ABC programs, they had to find a new station, WBND, channels 58 and 69. Now, those channels started broadcasting at 3 o'clock this morning. The station is being broadcast from two antennas, one in Indiana and one in Michigan, as well as various cable carriers throughout Michiana. Now, reception has been less than perfect on the new station, even over many cable carriers, a situation that WBND's owner believes will improve when the station increases power in December.
We could have signed out in December because the antennas that we ordered are not going to be ready until that date. That would have meant that no one would have had ABC service between October 18th and December 2nd.
So how are folks in Michiana reacting? Well, it varies. We were around checking up with people as far down south as Kosciuszko County, as well as with people up in Michigan, those people who have cable and those people who don't. Some people said that their reception was adequate, while some people felt pretty much locked out.
We, on cable, we got different than what we got on our kitchen television, and so we have to get used to the different channels and stuff now.
Would this keep you from watching a show, the reception and the sound?
Most definitely.
Why?
I don't like static. I mean, that really drives me crazy. So I wouldn't watch it.
Now, some cable officials said that there was some difficulty with a transmitter when the station initially aired. We checked with WBND owners, and they said they didn't really think that was the case, that folks will have to wait 6 weeks until December until the station hits you with its full power and its picture looks its best. So for those folks who are a little bit frustrated, WBND officials say that in December you'll be seeing the full power picture. Guys?
Okay, so hang tight then.
Absolutely.
All right.
I want to give a little pro tip to you guys. If you're ever being interviewed on TV, please turn off your damn blender like that first lady. And for the second lady, turn down the TV so we can actually hear you, not what's playing in the background.
Last but not least, we have NBC coming to WCAU. Now we have the switch from NBC to WCAU. We have it in the playlist in the description of the video. But what we want to play to close this out as kind of like an epilogue here, how 25 years after WCAU switched from CBS to NBC, how even a quarter century later in 2020, some viewers still confuse Channel 10 with their former network they were affiliated with.
This is...
At 1 a.m. on September 10th, 1995, CBS 10 became NBC 10.
NBC.
You can now watch Dateline NBC right here on NBC 10. Pass it on.
And let's just say the CBS-NBC swap confused the heck out of people. Longtime Channel 10 reporter Luann Kahn's face says it all. It was confusing.
It was a hard concept for people to get. You know?
Don't miss one dramatic moment of your favorite soaps.
Channel 10 spent months educating loyal viewers. It kind of didn't work. Photojournalist Pete Kane just retired from Channel 10 after 47 years. He remembers the switch.
Out in the street, they would say, are you Channel 3 or are you Channel 10? And being NBC, they thought we were the other station.
WCAU was an original CBS station, and now all of a sudden, after decades, the eye came down off our City Ave studios, and suddenly there were peacocks everywhere, in the newsroom, on the building, and all over our fleet of news vehicles.
Channel 10 is now NBC 10.
We had the casts of NBC's many hit shows doing promos advertising the switch, and the late Siani Lee led our on-air coverage of the switch.
It is now official. We are, of course, now NBC 10.
We desperately try to convince everyone at home it's still your favorite news team. It's just different shows and logos. Viewers struggled with it.
Or CBS or what were you?
Even our own employees had trouble.
And when this happens, the question is, who are you? Now, who are you again? What are you? Who were you yesterday and who are you now?
Folks at Channel 3 had similar struggles. Some viewers just couldn't grasp it.
It took a long time, and I think in a lot of cases, it still conflicts viewers because they have grown up in this area.
Both stations took out ads about the switch and set up hotlines for viewers to call with questions. Both stations had just gotten websites, but nobody was really using them for this kind of information at that point in time. I started working at Channel 10 in 2005, and even to this day, I sometimes have people that say, so you're with CBS, right? I'm like, dude, there's a peacock like literally on my shirt. There's peacocks all over the vehicle that I drive. I'm with NBC. And I calm down and say, okay, they have Yuki, NBC 10, we have Hurricane Schwartz. That generally does the trick.
It doesn't even seem possible that it was 25 years ago that happened.
Yep, this month we celebrate the 25th anniversary of the switch. And we are proud as a peacock that we are on Team NBC. I'm Tim Furlong, NBC 10 News. Yep, NBC 10 News. Got it?
NBC.
Good.
Now that actually brings up a question I wanted to ask Chico, since your area wasn't affected by this, Greg. did you have any issues with certain shows that you were used to seeing on one affiliate? It moved to a different affiliate, but you kept on watching the old affiliate.
No, because I was incredibly, I guess what passes for terminally online when it comes to broadcasting in 1995. One station switch, which was not affected by any of what was going on, did happen like 2 or 3 years later than this whole thing what we're talking about. And that was the swap from our local WB station to our local Fox station. WLFL Fox station became WB, and WRAZ 50 WB station became Fox. But I was never confused because I'm just weird like that, I guess. I don't know.
For me, the one thing I couldn't get used to was, and remember, this is back in the day of VCRs. You didn't have DVRs where you can set a channel and record an entire series and whatnot. I kept thinking that The Price is Right was still on WJW because WJW, being a CBS affiliate, was part of my life for basically 20 years at that point, 19 and a half years. So I'm used to seeing WJW for Price is Right. And I mean, there's other shows that may have been on, but that's the big one I remember, that I would record WJW back in as late as like 97 or 98 to watch Price is Right. And I'd end up getting like whatever talk show was on, Geraldo or whatever WJW was airing at that point. And I know I didn't see a couple of season premieres because of that. And just, trying to get my brain like realigned to that. Didn't have any issues going from WOIO, from Fox programming, recording Fox shows on WOIO. But I think because, again, my entire life at that point, WJW had been a CBS affiliate, I just couldn't make that switch. And also, I should add that despite the affiliate change, the Fox Kids programming was not affected. Fox 8 has never aired any of the Fox Kids shows, the Saturday morning shows, and actually WOIO didn't show any of the Fox Kids shows back in the day. Those were relegated until that block died. It went to WBNX 55, which was CW, now is totally independent. So that made it really easy, even back in like the early 90s. Hey, if I want to see Fox's Funhouse, even though I ripped it to shreds a couple weeks ago, I got to go to 55, not 19.
Well, it was 94, so it would be...
Okay, but no need to correct. I know what you're saying, but the people at home get the point.
I was going to say season 3 of Batman the Animated Series.
Wait, did you say Batman the Animated Series?
No!
We're in season 3, and I still need an answer to why this cheese Danish is giving me problems. Oh, I didn't take a look at last night's openings. I wonder how many cannons they get. I'm going to watch them right now because, you know what? We've been here long enough. What's another 3 minutes at this point?
Yeah, because you've heard about Lorenzo Cox and that lady with the wind-up.
Miss Energy.
Miss Energy.
Miss Energy.
Well, that did sound a little like Shadow Stevens. Okay.
What was the one that you said had 5 cannons, Mike?
Oh, I forget what had 5 cannons. There was a good one earlier this week.
Here's my favorite opening of the week for you guys. Here we go.
Cannon. Starring William Conrad. With guest star Steve Forrest. Special guest star Lorraine Stephen. And David Soul as Udo Gieson. Tonight's episode, Lady in Red.
5 cannons.
That was a good one. I would have only given it probably 4 at most, maybe 3. But I don't remember which one I gave 5 cannons to. Streets of San Francisco yesterday definitely gets a solid 4 cannons. Now I'm trying to get to last night's cannon to see what that got.
Now I got a question. It would have been awesome if David Soul had sung The Lady in Red, because that was the title of the episode.
Krista Berg would have had something to say about that.
Well, it would have been like a decade before that. Oh, wait, hold on. Mike, what's your reaction? What?
Wait, hold on. I didn't hear the second person. The first guest star in Canon last night.
Okay.
Robin Loggia.
Drink your orange juice, kid. Yeah.
Barnaby Jones last night. Legit 5 cannons.
Okay, don't spoil it. I'm going to cue it up. Hang on a second.
Cue it up, baby.
What episode was this? This is from last night?
Last night. First guess is good, but stick around to like the third or fourth guest.
Okay.
Barnaby Jones, a Quinn Martin production starring Buddy Ebsen, also starring Lee Merriweather, with guest stars A. Martinez, Lyndon Childs, Lee Christian, Eric Estrada, special guest star Christopher Stone. Tonight's episode, Shadow of Guilt.
All the cannons.
5 cannons.
Take them all. You come for A. Martinez, and they sack you with young Eric Estrada. Boom.
Well, guys, the big switch in 1994 and 1995. We had the dominoes and musical chairs with all these different stations around the country. And that saga made for one incredible thing on TV. And we got the new dance party out of it.
We got Ms. Energy dancing your way to a new affiliate. Hey, yeah, we're all doing the hand motion.
Wind it up, baby. Wind it up. Da, da, da. Well, folks, that's going to do it for this episode. Remember, you can go to our website at itwasathingontv.com. You can listen to the 498 episodes that preceded this episode. And we got all sorts of great bonuses there, including mini-sodes, live shows, extended versions of previous episodes, the whole works. And remember, we are on all social media, including Instagram, Threads, and Mastodon at It Was a Thing on TV, except for Facebook, where we are at It Was a Thing on TV podcast. And remember, if you want to follow us on Mastodon, search for us at It Was a Thing on TV at tvwatch.party. Now, because of last week, this is going to be the end of the Place to Be Nation drop. So you're getting $4.98, $4.99 this week, but next week on Place to Be Nation Pop, you're going to get 500, 501, and 502. So you're going to get 3 episodes in one drop. That's something to look forward to for next week. And also, let's be honest, this is going to be a long episode, $4.99. So we might as well save 500 for you for next week. And remember to subscribe to our podcast wherever fine podcasts can be streamed, either at Apple, TuneIn, iHeart, Audible, etc. And don't forget, we are on YouTube, where you can like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bell on YouTube to be informed of all future uploads on the channel, including what's coming up with the podcast next time. Mike, they said it couldn't be done, but it's now been done.
Yet here we are. Absolutely.
Nobody thought we could reach 500. And by nobody, I mean, nobody even bothered to say that we could hit 500 episodes. But guess what? We did.
And not to spoil anything, but it's going to be a new generation of the podcast. Nothing big is happening in terms of changes. We're not firing Chico. Maybe I should say we are firing Chico since he stepped out. And I want to see his reaction if I told him that starting with 500, we're going in a direction. Oh, here he comes. Hold on. Okay, so as I was saying, Chico, when we get to episode 500 later on this week, we have some changes, and one of the changes we're going to do, I'm sorry to tell you, you've been fired from the podcast. He gave us a little bird, and he walked off.
Did he give us a shoot?
Oh, no, he's flipped the bird, and he left. Okay, he's coming back.
It's a work, bro.
Okay, that was the perfect reaction to that.
WORK Work Radio. It's a work.
Someone take his damn Elgato away from him or whatever that is. It's a stream deck. But no, seriously, there's going to be some little slight changes. Nothing terribly different. Maybe in how the show comes across. There's going to be just little small things. But we'll tackle that next episode. But we are revisiting one of our early episodes. I think this was in the first, maybe about a dozen shows, maybe even less than that, first 10 shows. We're revisiting it, not necessarily because we've learned anything new about it. It's the same bad show it was 5 years ago, but I think we have a better idea as to a lot of the guest stars on this show, the impact that they've had in television and on this podcast. So we're going to revisit that for 500. It's going to be absolutely epic. That's going to come up on Thursday, 500. Tell your friends, tell your family, alert the media. Be right here for that later on this week. Thank you, as always, for listening. For the first 499, stay safe and be back here for the biggie 500. Roar us out, Greg.
Wow! I found a 1981 clip of the new dance show. As if this episode isn't already long enough, why don't we just narrate what's going on in this video? Ooh, look at this sexy woman on the pole. And this guy's
look at that!
It's Black Auto Man, ladies and gentlemen.
But he wasn't at Zippers.
Look at this lady right here.
Gotta love the cinematography on this.
Okay, I gotta wonder, did this air like 2-3 o'clock in the morning?
I want to say it did.
It was probably like your local Detroit version of kind of like Video Music Box in New York.
Oh, I just noticed the new dance show with RJ in the martini glass.
Because it's all about RJ. It's his show. He did everything but the catering.
And there's some great work by Lorenzo Cox, too. Let's not forget.
Their version of the Soul Train line.
The new dance show line doesn't really work out that well.
I also love the one guy on the Facebook post. Going to work. They mean business. Well said, James Clark.
Wait, there's an entire Facebook page or group about this show?
Yes!
Okay, I want to reconnect with Ms. Energy. And I want to ask her, how the hell did she throw a 95-mile-per-hour fastball with that windup? Look at this girl. Looks like she's dressed for the high school prom.
Oh, yeah. This John Starks looking guy, he's got some moves.
John Starks! Oh, my gosh.
That guy's got some height on his head.
I wish we could play the audio so we could hear what they're dancing to. Is that Little Richard behind her as Dracula?
It's the Detroit version of the Phantom of the Opera. It's the Phantom of the New Dance Show.
I like my idea of Little Richard as Dracula. I'll suck your blood. Oh, this lady, she's got some crappy moves. She's just like...
She's no Ms. Energy.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Brown's stunt double.
Wait a second, this is better breakdancing than Raygun did in the Olympics.
Yeah, Raygun should have watched this in preparation. If she had watched this video, she would have won the gold.